Okay, good morning. Today we are going to work on mass to mole problems. The reason you had a review on molar mass yesterday was so that you could be familiar with it. So when we start doing mass to mole problems, you will understand what you're doing. So today we start off just like we did yesterday or in the previous days with mole to mole problems. We figure out what's given and what we're going to. So in this problem, what we're given is 39 grams H2O. Excuse me. And what we're going to are moles of O2. So if you look, this says grams and moles. So we're going from grams to moles. Grams represent mass. So in order to do this conversion, we're going to still set up our T-chart, but it's going to be a little bit different. So we start with 39 grams H2O. But in this next section, we're doing like we did before spring break, which was now we have to convert this to moles. In order to convert to moles, we know that the grams has to go on the bottom and 1 mole goes on top. Well, our grams, I already worked out our molar mass over here, is 18.02 grams H2O. So now this next section, that's our molar mass. So just like before, mole H2O, and we're trying to get to moles of O2. So if we go back up to our balanced equation, we have 1 mole of O2 and we have 2 moles of H2O. Remember, that's apart from the balanced equation. This is our mole ratio. Then it's just a matter of making sure things cancel out. So our grams of H2O cancel out, our moles of H2O cancel out. Then it's just about doing math. So across the top we have 39 mole O2. And on the bottom, we're going to have 18.02 times 2. So 18.02 times 2 is 36.04. Now we just do the rest of the math. 39 divided by 36.04 equals 1.08 mole O2. Now I know these are a little more complicated because you have to find molar mass, but that's why we did that review. You just have to keep yourselves organized. So let's look at the second one. I'll try and get this straight for you. Okay, so if we look at our given is 50 grams O2, and we're trying to get to moles of H2. Now again, this is a grams to moles problem, mass to mole. So we have to make sure that we have our molar mass of O2. I've already worked that out. And then we set up our T-chart. So we start with 50 grams O2. Now remember, we have to convert that to moles, so we're going to have our 32 grams O2 is 1 mole of O2. So after doing this part, now we're at moles. So the next section is mole ratio. So mole O2, mole H2. We look at our balanced equation. Both of them, the H2 has a 2 and the O2 has a 1. So now check and make sure things cancel out. Our grams of O2 cancels, moles of O2 cancels, multiply across, that equals 50 mole H2 over 32, because 32 times 1 is 32. So 50 divided by 32 equals 1.56 mole H2. Again, remember, we have to convert to moles first, then we multiply by the mole ratio. It's just like a mole-to-mole problem from before. Let's look at our next problem. So on this problem, again, we have to figure out what's given. We have 40 grams of Al, of aluminum. It's reacting with excess carbon, and they want to know how many moles AlCl3 are produced. The molar mass of Al, remember, is just the number off the periodic table. So we set up our chart, 40 grams Al. Now we're going to convert it to moles. So 26.98 grams Al is 1 mole of Al. Now we go to that mole ratio. Mole Al, mole AlCl3. We go up to our balanced equation. The number in front of Al is 2. And the number of moles of AlCl3 is also 2. So now when we cancel out, we have a couple of choices. Our grams of Al is going to cancel. Our moles of Al is going to cancel. But we also have both of these as 2's. 2 over 2 is the same as 1 over 1. So if they're the same, they can cancel. So now we just have 40 mole AlCl3 over 26.98 . So 40 divided by 26.98 equals 1.48 mole AlCl3. Let's do this one last problem before you have some practice. So in this problem, our given is 16 grams Cl2, and we're trying to get to moles of AlCl3. I've done the molar mass for you for chlorine. Remember, it's a diatomic molecule, so it's 2 times its molar mass off the periodic table. 16 grams Cl2. Now we're in the section where we're converting it to moles. So we have 70.9 grams Cl2 is 1 mole of Cl2. So now we're to the mole ratio part. Mole Cl2, mole AlCl3. Now we need to look up here at our balanced equation. In front of AlCl3 we have a 2. And in front of Cl2 we have a 3. Now let's make sure everything cancels out. Grams of Cl cancel with grams of Cl. Moles of Cl2 cancel with moles of Cl2. So we have 16 times 2, which is 32 mole AlCl3 over, can't do that one in my head, 70.9 times 3 is 212.7. So 32 divided by 212.7 equals 0.15 mole AlCl3. Now I know these seem a little complicated. but they're really not that bad. You just have to do that extra section before you start multiplying things out. I hope you understand what's going on. If you don't understand it, make sure you send me a message and I will try and answer your problems for you. Thanks. Have a good day.